Gerbis is now going to open the oven, and we're going to put the pork ribs, the St. Louis pork ribs, the Texas beef ribs, and the pulled pork, or the pork butts, into the smoker. Here comes the first empty rack on which will go the Texas rib. Now obviously all of these aren't cooking for the same period of time. Texas beef ribs and the St. Louis pork ribs will cook for approximately 4.5 hours. The pulled pork will cook for 12 hours. In that period of time, we're going to be basting our ribs with a basting sauce to keep them nice and moist. And we do that at basically, every hour or so. That will keep it nice, really juicy, moist. This is the smoke box. The fire is burning because we have the smoke cavity, the wood cavity open, and it's providing oxygen. As soon as we close it, that fire will go out and produce smoke. But the reason I want to show you this, Gerbis is going to pull out on the right the pan. Now this pan has got water in it. And this water is going to provide moisture to the product. Now close the smoke box up. Close the doors. Now they're off to barbecue heaven. Now Gerbis is opening the oven, and we're going to take out the pulled pork. Now for filming purposes, we had to accelerate the time frame. But the pulled pork has been cooked for 12 hours. Now I want you to look at this gorgeous piece of meat as it comes out. You see the black, nice black caramelization there? That's a little fat that remained, the dry rub and everything. And this is what is called the bark, or when you break it inside, the white and the black, Mr. Black, Mr. White. Which part of the country? But basically what you want to do is break it up, and we're going to take the beef ribs out of there now and the pork ribs. Yeah, here come the pork. We're going to put them here. You see that redness? That's the smoke ring. That's a chemical reaction between the smoke, the calcium, and protein of both the bone and the meat. In a real barbecue contest, that is the first thing a judge looks for. The greater that penetration of red into the meat shows you've had a nice, even distribution of smoke. And smoke, as we know, is the tenderizing element that helps keep these ribs tender. Now I want you to take a look at these beautiful beef ribs. These are just gorgeous. And I'm going to slice one here. See how perfectly easy they cut? That means it really cooked. See that nice penetration and the carbonization you get there between the dry rub, the smoke, the butter blend, the basting sauces we use. That's not something that makes you hungry right now. I don't know what anything else could do. It's still hot, and that's why he's wearing gloves. And you've got to pull it while it's hot, because otherwise the collagens are going to solidify in there and make it very tough to pull and mix. And you see that just one simple bone, that's all there is. And if you're making greens, put this in with some chicken stock. Died and gone to heaven. Now see how he's breaking it up? Now some people use what's called in the trade a buffalo chopper, which is a series of blades that beat it. And that's exactly what it does. It beats it and pushes all the juice out of it. By using your hands, you're massaging it nice and gently to keep all those juices that you've worked so hard to get all intact. Look at that skin. Look at it. I mean, man, as they say, on a piece of French bread and a beer, I'm ready to call it a day and go home and try one. And you just break this up, and you can toss it with more sauce on you want, or mix it, have your guests make your sauce, and put it on the side and let the guests try it. Some people like more or less sauce. But this is gorgeous. Man. Here we have the perfect blending of the dark bark and the white meat. And can you see it now? The bark is giving you the crust, the white meat, the softness, and the flavor. And as I said, you put this on a French roll or a hamburger roll if you like. Put a little barbecue sauce on it. And if you want to be like the Carolinians, put some coleslaw on it. People up in the north here look at me askance when I suggest that. But once they try it, they know they've met their heavenly food. We're taking the ribs right now and putting over the char grill. These ribs are already been cooked. The purpose of this, to do this, is to caramelize what remaining sugars are in the leftover from the smoking process. And the remaining sugars are fat and some of the sugar from the dry rub. And this gives it just that extra bit of crunchiness, flavor, and plate appeal. You see that? How gorgeous that looks. You see that caramelization there? It's not dripping with sauce. It's basted on and then served.